Okay, so today we're going to shift gears a little bit
All right.
and take a look at something a little different.
Okay.
International medical education,
Interesting.
specifically the Medical University of Pleven in Bulgaria.
Bulgaria, huh?
Yeah, so this is based on a podcast script, actually,
Oh,
from Global Education Insights
okay.
by Consultants of Foreign Education, or COFE.
Okay, I've heard of them.
They seem to be pretty knowledgeable about this stuff.
Yeah, sounds like a good source then.
Yeah. And you know what really caught my eye was this whole idea of studying medicine in Pleven. It sounds like a really serene European city surrounded by greenery.
Peaceful.
Yeah, and the tuition fees are really
It's
reasonable.
always a plus.
So it sounds almost idyllic, you know?
Yeah, it does have a certain appeal, yeah. Not your typical,
Right.
bustling medical school, big city image.
Exactly.
But it's not brand new either. I mean, it was established in 1974.
Oh.
So that kind of longevity makes me think they're doing something right.
Yeah,
It speaks to a certain stability, I think.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Speaking of stability, let's look at that program.
Okay.
6 years
Wow.
to become a doctor.
That's a commitment.
It is. But it's pretty standard.
Yeah.
It's broken down into preclinical, clinical, and internship stages.
Okay. A good mix.
Yeah. So it seems like they make sure you get a good blend of theory and hands-on experience.
And speaking of hands-on experience,
Yeah.
they have a 1,000-bed university hospital.
Ooh,
That's a lot of beds.
that's huge. Not every medical school can offer that.
No, definitely not.
That's a real opportunity to put your knowledge into practice.
Absolutely.
And the way they structure that practice is really interesting. They've adopted a problem-based learning approach.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So you're not just, sitting there memorizing facts. You're actively working through medical cases.
So it's more like,
They're more engaged.
yeah, engaging like real-world problem solving.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah, and for a lot of students, that's a much more effective way to learn.
Absolutely. Especially for those who learn best by doing,
Right.
Jumping in and getting their hands dirty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's talk about money.
Okay, the elephant in the room,
Always is, right?
especially with medical school.
Especially with medical school.
Yeah.
So the tuition at Pleven, 7,700 euros a year.
That's pretty affordable.
Yeah, that's significantly lower than a lot of other places.
Wow, especially in the U.S.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you think about it.
Astronomical.
Right. Yeah, that makes a huge difference.
And when you factor in living costs in Bulgaria,
Right, which I imagine are lower than
much lower.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it makes becoming a doctor
more attainable.
much more attainable.
Yeah, opens doors for a lot of students
Absolutely.
who might not otherwise be able to afford it.
And they make Pleven sound really nice, too. They describe it as this peaceful city surrounded by greenery. Sounds relaxing. Yeah. A nice break from the intensity of medical school.
I know, I can almost picture myself, walking through a park after a long day of classes.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
De-stressing.
Although I guess some people might miss the excitement of a bigger city,
Yeah, it depends what you're looking for.
Right, personal preference.
Yeah. But one thing that's really appealing is that a medical degree from Pleven is recognized pretty much globally.
Oh, wow.
Graduates are qualified to practice in the EU and beyond.
So many options.
Yeah, it's a huge advantage for anyone who wants an international medical career.
Absolutely, you could go anywhere.
Imagine bringing what you learned in Bulgaria to a clinic in South America or a research lab in Asia.
Yeah, that's an incredible opportunity
It really is.
to experience different healthcare systems firsthand.
So to sum it all up,
Okay,
affordable, internationally recognized medical education
check and check.
in a peaceful setting
Check.
with a strong emphasis on practical training.
Sounds like a pretty compelling package.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I want to leave you with this thought.
Okay.
How do you think studying medicine in a completely different cultural context, like Bulgaria, how do you think that shapes your approach to healthcare and patient care?
That's a really good question.
Yeah, it makes you think about how much more there is to a medical education than just, textbooks and exams.
Right, it's about understanding people,
Exactly.
different cultures, different perspectives on health and healing.
Yeah. So if this deep dive has piqued your interest, I encourage you to do a little research, learn more about international medical education. You never know, it might just be the perfect path for you.
Yeah.
Until next time, keep exploring.
See you next time.